wishing to have everybody here with us. All right. So the topic for the next panel discussion is Built for Bharat. This is a very interesting topic. Looking beyond urban centers, a case for serving the aspirational and the burgeoning middle class in Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities. This time, we have our speaker cum moderator, Mr. Sunil Mishra, Group Chief Strategy Officer from ANAROCK. We have Mr. Ravindra Pai, the Managing Director of Century Real Estate. Requesting gentlemen to please come and join us here. A very good evening to both of you.
Good evening, Annie. Thanks.
Good evening.
Annie.
Good evening, sir. All right. I would also like to welcome to our panel our esteemed dignitaries, Mr. Manish Jaiswal, the COO of Eldeco Group, Mr. Dhaval Ajmera, Director of Ajmera Group of Companies, Mr. Saranash Trehan, the Managing Director of Trehan Group, Mr. Pradeep Mishra, the CMD of REPL. Gentlemen, if you could kindly join us here.
The COVID, of course, I was thinking of having a separate discussion on the post-COVID behavior, but fantastic points that you mentioned. Pre-Geo, post-Geo eras, the startups being there, Flipkart, Mantra, and the land prices, all 5-6 big areas of discussion that you opened up, and hopefully we'll continue as we move across the panel. Pradeep, do you want to go next to that, please?
Yeah, so my company is in a field of creating new towns and redeveloping the old towns. And in that initiative, we are working with government as well as private sector. And we are working in almost all states from Ladakh to Kerala and from west to east. And my experience is that since 2005 to 2015, there was a massive growth in the metro cities. And those cities are growing like anything. And metro as well as the city around metro cities like satellite towns, they are growing like anything. But post 2015, Government of India initiative, 2-3 initiatives. One is smart cities, which generally happen in Tier 2 and Tier 3 town, and that improve the infrastructure of those towns sumptuously. And their net connectivity, their roads, their reaching to that place by flight, by train, good connectivity with road. Even if you see Delhi, the Delhi Meerut connectivity is extremely good now. Allahabad, a very good airport came up there. Kanpur is now connected by air. It was not earlier. So the Tier 2 town, which was not taken care beyond pre-2015, post-2015, the massive infrastructure developed in Tier 2 town. And Tier 1 town, because of the massive growth, they started becoming more cramped. And the traffic movement was very messy. And the quality of life was very, very messy. Though the career and the business opportunity keep people pulling to the metros. But the pandemic forced the people to migrate from metro to their native place. And when they went back to their native place, they find that their city is not that bad. They have that infrastructure, they can do their job, their business online. They can do work from home. The connectivity was good. And on the same price, they can afford a bigger house, good school. And if required, then they can come back, they can visit to the metro, close by metro in a time of say 45 minutes to say 90 minutes. And these Tier 2 and the Tier 3 town, they have their own influence area and they are the magnet in their own space. Generally, Tier 2 town has a magnet area of around 200 kilometers around it. And those people 200 kilometers around catchment area keep coming to the Tier 2 town. And Tier 3 town is having a magnet area of around 100 kilometers around it. And these counter magnet, earlier the magnet was only the metros. And now these are counter magnet were created, Tier 2 and Tier 3. And And because of COVID, the influence part of this tier 2 and tier 3, people started realizing, and they now started enjoying it. After 1.5 year, they enjoyed their life, their quality of life. They are very close to their own family. They are close to their father. They are close to their school friends and the people who they left and they came to the metro. Now they prefer to stay there, and the economy is growing massively in tier 2 and tier 3. Like just now Mr. Manish has said that the growth in Flipkart and all this started happening in tier 2 and tier 3 town. That is because of migration, forced migration because of COVID, and then people start loving that life. So this is my understanding, and my future, what I analyze that high-end job and high-end business will stay in metro, and the jobs and business at a lower level, at the mid and lower level, will go back to tier 2 and tier 3, which is in a way very, very good for country, because the wealth will be much more spread pan nation than to concentrated in few metros, and it will make a cascading effect pan India. So this is my feeling and my understanding, and this is happening in almost all state pan India, whether it is Jammu, Kashmir, Ladakh or Kerala, or Maharashtra, Gujarat, and then in Meghalaya and Assam, that side. So this is happening pan India. This is my personal experience as per my professional practice.
Fantastic. So fantastic insights. Again, I think coming off from experience. So 2-3 big bullet points. One is this whole the clear definition of the period 2005 to 15 belonging to the metros and the whole mall and flyover boom across the top 10 cities. But post 2015, a lot of investment in infra and smart cities, tier 2-3 cities, air connectivity, road connectivity that you spoke about. I think that's really kickstarted the whole economic activity there. Let me add Ravindra's question, which he posed to all of us, to a theme which I had in mind, is that how much of that reverse migration during COVID is permanent in nature? I just wanted to pick your brains on that. I think Ravindra was pushing us a bit to think, hey, after all the cloud is settled down, is there going to be a permanent change in the way? And I think we found between Pradeep ji and Manish, two sort of advocates of almost permanent change happening, looks like, on the ground for tier 2-3 cities. So if I could pull you in, Manish and Pradeep, that is some of this change fundamental and permanent in nature, and will tier 2-3 cities keep on improving? You covered some of this, but I would love to you to add more.
Yeah, if I want to further expand it, if a company sitting in US can outsource its work to person sitting in Gurgaon, though why can't that person outsource that work a person sitting in Bareilly or Agra or Bhopal or Jabalpur? It is hardly matter a person sitting in Delhi or Mumbai or Bareilly or Alwar or Jabalpur. It hardly matters. So that kind of job will permanently shift to the tier 2 and tier 3 places. The Skill India movement of Government of India also helped in creating a skill set in that area, and that area is itself now become a magnet. It will attract business and resources from 200-kilometer area around it. So they will become a small magnet and attracting active economy around. But no doubt the high skill job will remain in metro. So both has their own added advantages, and none of them will have their own disadvantage. The skill, like in Silicon Valley, in California, San Jose is San Jose. New York is New York. But outsourcing job from New York to India doesn't make India New York. New York is New York, and India. So in the same way, growth will percolate down, and each city has its own character, and that keeps going.
Right. Thank you so much, gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining us in this fine evening.